Get all this Hunt the Hound merch on Artwork Tees, quickly, before I... Ow. There's a lot of friction. Hot dog!
Fire once was the hot dog. That's how you got here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Hunt the Hound. Thank you for joining me for another story time today. Today, I have another, well, interesting story for you that just got reminded to me because I was going through some of my older footage and found some interesting Ring camera footage that I forgot I had. So, I've always kind of lived in the hood. I've never lived in, well, I briefly lived in the rich neighborhood, and it drove me crazy because everybody was full of themselves. Damn it, leggy boy. And, hold on. We talked about this. Anyway, and I couldn't stand the people in the rich neighborhood. I couldn't fly my drone without somebody complaining. Couldn't drive my RC cars without anybody complaining. So I tend to kind of stay near, I don't know, the bad areas. And you call them the bad areas. I like them for what they are. So we moved out of the bad area into a little bit nicer area. Most people would still kind of call it, most people that don't understand would call it the ghetto. I don't think it's really the ghetto. I do enjoy living there, but I've had problems in the neighborhood. And I'm very used to this typical problem that I'm about to explain to you. There's always somebody with either like their music playing out loud and they're like screaming or rapping out loud as they're walking down the street, and horribly, needless to say, horribly. And sometimes you get people that just talk out loud. They're either on the phone or they're just rambling to themselves. And, you know, in the new neighborhood, this happened too. And I'm kind of not surprised, you know. It's just people have issues, but they still have the right to walk down the street and be themselves. And I always noticed this gentleman that had, he always had headphones on. And I'm very used to that with certain people with autism having headphones on. Just to, you know, block out the surroundings. Very understandable. I'm sure it can be used for other things as well. And he always had like a big like stick, and it was not like a stick he found. It was like a dowel that was like, you know, pretty good size, like a Fox before Furrycon, and probably about like 2 to 3 feet long. Probably, you know, he used it as a walking stick. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I've seen him before a couple of times. And on one summer day, I noticed that he is sitting on my front steps. So I got my porch steps, little sidewalk, and then little steps that just go right to the sidewalk. Technically, I own the sidewalk along with the public, which is funny because if the sidewalk's screwed up, the city won't fix it. You have to, which is really kind of annoying. If we both own it, at least you know, put some money into it. Anyway, besides the point. So he was sitting there for about 30 minutes. I'm just kind of watching him and just kind of checking out there every once in a while. He's still just sitting there. He's not really doing anything. I think he got on a phone call or something. I am talking out there again. Okay, whatever, I don't care. You know, if it was hot and I was trying to relax and I just picked somewhere to sit, I wouldn't expect someone to come out and yell at me either. So I wasn't going to do that to him. Within, you know, like 30, 40 minutes of him sitting there, I check outside again and he's gone. Where did he go? Okay. My Ring camera made a noise, but I thought that was just him leaving. Let me go look on the front porch. And I look out my bay window and, well, he's sitting on my patio. He is up on my porch, sitting on my patio equipment or my porch. He's just there. And I'm like, okay. So I know this dude might be a little crazy from some of the things I've heard him say. And I'm always kind of protective. So I had a weapon on me, and we're just going to leave it at that. And I kind of open the door, leave the screen door closed because I can still kind of just like lean and like without going out, because I didn't want to confront this dude. Confronting this dude or scaring him or doing anything that would make him go to defend himself, I didn't want to do. It's all, if you feel scared in a situation, you don't know what somebody's going to do, stay out of the situation. Do it the best you can. So I'm like, hey, why are you on my front porch? And he kind of rambles on for a little bit, and he's, this ain't your porch, this is my porch. I was like, why? It's not, but why are you here? Oh, my dad told me to be here. And this dude is old. He's got gray hair. That dude's dad is dead. Okay, sorry. That you know. Well, my dad told me to be here. You haven't paid your rent in months. You need to leave. We're kicking you out now. Oh, okay, you're kicking me out of my house. Yeah. Well, it ain't your house, but because you haven't paid your bills. Cool. And I'm like trying not to like get upset or get loud with him because I don't want him to do anything silly. And so I said, okay, fine. I finally call the cops, and the cops kind of tell him, come off the porch, and he's got his stick, and the cops are like, put the stick down, because you know how cops are. They're very like, ooh, about anything. The guns weren't drawn, but like hands were on the gun, like put the stick down. Keep the stick on my yard. And he goes out there and talks to the cops. And he kept repeating himself. Man, my dad told me I got the deed to this house. And I'm like starting to worry. I'm like, does he really have the deed to this house? Holy crap. I mean, like, it passed with the bank because nobody else owned it. This is rightfully mine and like Wells Fargo. Like, I was getting kind of worried. Like, oh, what's going on? Like, why is this guy doing this? I'm like, okay, he needs to just go away. So I have a little bit of ring footage, and all it is kind of at the end, and I'll let that play.
I know. But Eddie, he don't live there either, because that's not his house.
Don't come back here if you do. You got cameras to see on the property, and that means grass
I'll get a paper. I'll get a paper from the court. I get a paper from the court. All right, thank you.
All right, here I come park. I know it's close to the garage. I put my garage here.
So, as you can see, you know, the cops are like, get out, get off his property. And they know him. The way they're talking to him, they know him by name. They probably have dealt with him before. If the cops know you by name, you're either really goody two-shoes or you done some things. So, as you can see in the footage, he took forever to leave. He actually stood in the middle of the street, up my street, for like 40 minutes, and I didn't really see what he was doing, but he's just like standing there doing something. And eventually just walked away. And I was like, what the hell is that? And I drove around the neighborhood. I'm like, hey, did y'all see? And I described the guy to a few people. They're like, no. Later, I had found out that, like, up my street and, like, 2 houses down the next block is where his daughter lived. And he was apparently known for causing problems like that. And as far as I've seen, he's gone. I think they moved out. Quite unfortunate situation. You know, it was weird and a little bit scary. You know, we got kids in the house and stuff like that. But yeah, that was the time I almost got kicked out of my own house. Not really, but yeah. Remember, if you're ever in a situation like that, try not to escalate. And also, I want to thank you guys. I'm getting really close to hitting 10K subscribers. I literally never thought that would happen. I'm very thankful for you guys. All of you. I know what it is. I know it's the video of my son in my fursuit. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be like, I make such great videos. I know that it's this one video that blew up. So, I thank you guys very much. Thank you for watching. We have more stuff like that. I just posted a video of Charlie trying to sled horribly. He's got great persistence, just horrible execution. So, thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. There's a lot of friction. They twist it around.
Fire once was the hot dog. That's how you got here.